While many Canadians struggled during the pandemic financially, a new report finds Canada's billionaires saw their wealth jump by a staggering 51%. The report from Oxfam International found Canada's billionaires, which account for around 50 people, had assets worth $249 billion US as of November 2022. Now, that is $1 billion more than the total assets of the bottom 40% of Canada's population. The organization says the pandemic jump has worsened wealth inequality in Canada and is calling for higher taxation against the top 1%. Let's bring in Lauren Ravon, Executive Director of Oxfam Canada, for more. Lauren, it's a pleasure to have you on the program today.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, Lauren, 51%, that is a huge jump. This trend, though, of wealth accumulation amongst the country's wealthiest outpacing the rest of the population, it's not a new trend, but it accelerated dramatically during the pandemic. Why was that?
Exactly. So we've been tracking at Oxfam this increased gap between the super rich and the rest for years. But really, the pandemic years were a bonanza for billionaires. Every day they woke up and made more and more profits, while most people were really struggling just to get by. I think most people watching today will think of the pandemic years as some of the worst years, the hardest years in their lifetime. And here we see Canadian billionaires, but billionaires across the world, increasing their profits in areas like the energy sector, the food sector, the pharmaceutical sector, making these excess profits. And what this tells us at Oxfam is that, this trend is accelerating. So if we look at the past 2 years, not only has the super wealthy got wealthier, but increasing in poverty rates. So extreme poverty is increasing. So the two go hand in hand. It's not like the billionaires are getting rich in a vacuum. They are making more money because the rest of humanity has less.
And so, Lauren, let's talk about some of the measures that you think your organization needs to be, believes that needs to be put in place here in order to close this wealth gap.
Well, one thing we want to start talking about is busting this myth that somehow this wealth is going to trickle down to the rest of us and to the rest of humanity. Everything is proving that it will not trickle down, that wealth accumulation is increasing. And in the world today, the super wealthy are richer than ever, but yet 1 in 10 people around the world are going hungry. And so many people, so many workers around the world are living in countries where inflation is rising faster than wages. So ultimately, people are getting poorer. So there are very easy solutions to fix this problem, and one is simply to tax the super rich. So we're talking about 3 things at Oxfam. We're calling on a windfall tax, so on tax on the excess profiteering that happened during the pandemic, in particular in sectors like food, energy, pharmaceuticals. And we've seen countries like Argentina do this, others, we can be doing this excess profit taxation. But then more generally, we need to be taxing the super rich more on an annual basis. So we're talking about millionaires, multimillionaires, and billionaires. And Oxfam has crunched the numbers. And even if we had a 5% wealth tax on the super wealthy, we could be bringing in $1.7 trillion annually. You can only imagine what we could do with that, invest in healthcare, education, climate change adaptation. Even just in the Canadian context, a 5% tax on the super wealthy would bring in $50 billion every year. And we see, the Prime Minister Trudeau today calling for an emergency meeting of the cabinet to talk about cost of living and how to help out Canadians. Well, you need to pay for measures that we put in place. And one way is to tax the super rich to have the income that we need to be investing in things like childcare, healthcare, elder care, climate change adaptation, good jobs, and all the rest.
A lot of things that we've all been talking about at length for quite some time now. Definitely something that you've given us a lot to think about and to discuss. Lauren Ravon, Executive Director at Oxfam Canada, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.